Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 179 of Trials and Trebuchets. I am your Dungeon Master, Luke, and joining me are my players whose names since the beginning of time have been.
Hello, my name is Ben,
Squidward.
and I play the level 9 gnome wizard, Windsor Wallaby, along with his cutty little companion, Mr. Wiggles.
Hell. Oh. I am Carla, and I play the level 9 absolutely lunar tiefling roguelock integrity eye Idleberry. Praise thee to the moon, all its phases stop our doom.
Oh my
Let
god.
us live another day in Troil and back to school.
Okay, fucking banger.
Incredible.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marchand, the level 9 half-elf bard. We are living in an illusory world, and Ida's a tattoosery squirrel.
Tattoosery?
Tattoosery.
I love it. Hi, I'm Sam, and I play the level 9 human sorceress, Sarah Nepsinderman. Time to, I guess we can't really fight the squirrel, but I mean, do something.
Well,
Puzzles.
last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the students were separated. Integrity and Sereneth and unconscious Winsler found a
Heavy
secret
bag.
lab and healed Winsler. They then picked up a blank journal, Sereneth did, and discovered a golem dissection, Integrity did, before moving on down into the catacombs. Already below, Mira and Great entered into a moonlit, six-pillared room with a weird, funky door and a cool, bright pool. Mira cleansed the water easily, and the other three students, in a perfect mirror room, drew a half-moon on the door, causing moonlit copies, holograms, of themselves to appear in each other's rooms. Before the group of them could solve the moon puzzle, though, an inky and bony squirrel, Ida, the tattoo Idleberry, entered the room and made movements as if she was going to attack. You're in this room, deep below the ice and ground, far below Troil. In each of your versions of the world, you are a coherent, fully there and fully realized material person, but whoever is not in your room, as it were, appears to be a whitish yellow moonlit version of themselves, almost looking like a bit like they're underwater, the hair floating a little bit. A hologram, for all intents and purposes, is how you can imagine it for ease. In one room, we have Winsler Wallaby, Integrity Idleberry, and Sereneth Cinderman. On their pillars, three of them at least, the images of different moon phases, lunar phases. Meanwhile, in Mira Marchand's room with you and Great, your room has fire and frost and clouds on the three pillars that are fully intact. The four of you, if I recall, are huddled partially around the door at the back of the room, that with a glowing half moon on it that you had all so lovingly finger painted. Great is off on the left side of the room, partially hiding behind one of the pillars, but is far too big for such things. And this inky squirrel, 25-ish feet tall, this undulating form, as if ink dropped into water and puffing and billowing to and fro, 9 tails flicking and flitting around, almost like flags in a windy day, and little shards of glowing bone that are embedded in her inky form, moves to attack you all. I need you all to roll initiative for
Okay.
this.
Okay.
We're off to a great
Oh,
start.
no.
I
Ben.
did good. I did
We're
fine.
off to a great start.
Oh, that's right. I have to roll for Great.
If it makes you feel better, I don't think you can get
Ah.
hurt.
Well, I
I
rolled
don't
a
think
nat
so.
1 + 2, so 3 on my initiative.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
I got a 5.
I got a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh my god, save us, Sereneth.
please.
Please.
So,
We're so fucked.
We're begging you.
Thank God one of the weird ghost things can save us.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. This is fine.
I don't like that. So we die.
We do die.
I'm just shocked. I'm also wildly sweaty. Okay. To start out this fight, Serenep Cinderman, you take the first action. What would you like to do?
Given the fact that Mira just tried to like
Stick her hand
touch us and
through
kind of
you.
pass
Yeah,
through,
she was really fucking with you guys.
I'm taking the conclusion that we cannot be hurt by anything in that form, including the giant squirrel.
Yes.
But we can probably distract it.
Okay.
I'm going to like very quickly, like to our group kind of huddled, like, okay, you didn't hurt us. I don't think she can hurt us. I think we, and I point to Integrity and Winsler, should distract it while you guys figure out the puzzle, and maybe like if we need to trade off or something like that, like, because I'm not 100% sure why you touching it did not work.
Okay.
Perfect. So what are you going to do to run interference, Serenep Cinderman?
I'm going to wait, no. Great is behind the, looking at the map here. Is he the dark
Oh,
colored
sorry. That was just a
Circle?
drawing error on my part. I fucked up the geometry. Great is if you are all turned and facing the entryway with your backs to the half moon door, he's just slightly off to your right.
Okay.
In that case, I will move to the left.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm going to make a lot of noise
Okay.
as I start running off in that direction.
Perfect. Make a what kind of check?
Performance.
Make a performance check.
Have I ever had to do that? Wait a second.
Perhaps. I think once for dancing.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, I lived through that. That is a 19.
Okay, with a 19, Serenep, you stomp as loudly as possible and gallop like a weirdo through this room. Your footsteps echo loudly. The squirrel's attention turns to you. Its little inky eyes turning into inky slivers, and it hunches closer to the ground as if it's going to pounce immediately. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just running defense.
All right, you run all the way over to the right.
Tactical kazoo.
In that case, Ida, the tattoo, is going to take her turn now and will immediately rush towards you, Serenep. Her feet, dropping to all fours to just run the, 30 feet towards you with no problem whatsoever. And as she does so, she makes to slash at you twice with her tattooy, inky claws. And I don't know why I rolled. Maybe just to keep up the illusion.
I was about to say,
that something
oh
terrible
no,
could
It's
happen.
in
I
the spirit of the
miscalculated.
game.
I had a moment of I miscalculated so badly. Oh shit.
So spirits just have an AC of 40.
Oh shit.
You, Serenep, flinch for just a moment as it looks like both of these large claw strikes that Ida Idleberry is about to lash out at you with are going to impact you. But then, over in seconds, they rush through you, not damaging you whatsoever. Ida the squirrel, the tattoo rather. I'll call her the tattoo squirrel just so that it doesn't feel so personal. How about that? The tattoo squirrel looks down at you, and you can hear a deep sound coming from within it as it rumbles slightly, Serenep. And it will then look over at not Integrity, at Mira and then Great, who are fully material and real, and will now,
Shit.
for the duration, ignore the Moonlit people. But that's for next turn.
Well,
Integrity Idleberry, what do you want to do?
Okay. I am going to. So you say that Ida, or the shadow
The
Ida,
squirrel.
the squirrel Ida,
Shadow Ida.
is definitely not focusing on us at all, and
It
no
seems to be that way.
and no distraction methods will probably work against.
Unless there is a way that you can fool her into thinking that you are in her reality, in air quotes, and not just moon holograms, you know.
Well, I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
Just because this might look different for her because it's not like a person.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cast my dancing lights,
Okay.
and I would like to try and sort of make this ink tattoo dizzy. So I'm gonna make the dancing lights go around
Just
their
like
eyes.
spin around her face.
Yes. Just spin around. Just spin around their face, try to make them dizzy, try to make them like distracted.
Okay.
Um
What is
Yeah.
your saving throw? Spell save, please. Because she will make a constitution save to save against this.
okay. So what am I saving? Oh, 15.
Okay, perfect. So Integrity, you hold up your hand and small orbs of light float out in the air and then start to spin rapidly. You can see Ida's or the squirrel's head follow them, and as it gets closer and closer, it can't quite follow the lights and will make a constitution save. That is a 19. And so it shakes its head and the light vanishes. The flickering and glowing, or like the gleam off of all the tiles and stonework in this room that has this beautiful opalescence to it fades with an immediacy. Did you want to move, or are you just going to stand right next to the rest of them?
I'm gonna run towards one of the pillars. I would say
Okay.
towards the let's go with the full, which is to the right of us right now.
So you're going to run past Great, and would you like to hide behind this pillar that has full moons crusting its surface?
Yes, I'm going to hide behind it.
Perfect. No worries. The squirrel doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you, so you can firmly hide with no downsides. Up next is going to be the giant Great, who was crouched. Integrity, you have just run by him. He will look at you for a brief moment, look over at Mira and the rest of you standing by, or Mira and Winsler rather, standing by the door, and then look at the massive corporeal tattooed squirrel. He'll call out to you, Mira, and say, should we just fight this thing? Do you want me to just fight this thing?
I really don't think that would go well. We need to figure out how to get everyone corporeal and get out of here. Just try to, can you hide from it? I don't know how well you can.
I can try. And he will crouch behind this pillar. For you, Mira, this is a broken pillar. For the other three, this is the crescent moon pillar. He hides behind it. You can firmly see his head and shoulders and like lower body and legs and stuff sticking out. He's much wider than this pillar. So Mira, you're not sure how good he has hidden.
Incredible.
And now, Winslow Wallaby, your turn. People are hiding.
Okay.
Everyone's running in fear. What would you like to do?
Okay. I feel like distracting this thing is not really going to work. So maybe I might try and see if I can interact with one of these pillars in some way.
Okay. Which
and
pillar?
see if like let's see. So the door has a half moon right now, or like a quarter moon.
The door has a half moon, and the half that is filled in, as in glowing, is on the right side.
So let's see. So I'm gonna go to the left.
Okay. Perfect.
And I'm going to go to the fire. Or the,
Yes.
the fire pillar.
For
or
you,
in our case, it's broken.
It's a broken pillar, and for Mira, this is the pillar with little flames all around it. What do you? So you run up to this pillar. It's immense. It's large, Winsler. You could easily hide behind this. Great. You would never have Great's problem. But how would you want to interact with it?
I kind of want to touch it to see if it'll react to my hand or anything like that. See what happens when it comes into contact.
You touch it, and a low ding, as if someone's just struck like a tuning fork, it rings out through the entire chamber. Winsler, do you touch it with a hand or a finger? How do you touch this thing?
I want to touch it with the palm of my hand.
Just the palm of your hand. You see on the edges of your finger and hand, almost outlining it, similar to when you would touch the door, a glowing moonish light. Is there anything further that you would like to do?
I wonder. So it made like a hum sound. I wonder if I could go over and see if I could touch the new moon pillar as well, maybe. Like go next to it and then prepare to see what would happen.
So Winsler, as you pull your hand off of this, the pillar with fire on it, or for you, which is broken, this humming for the entire room immediately stops. And your palm no longer glows. Nor, like, the palm print you left on the pillar is no longer there either.
Mm-hmm.
And you run over to the new moon pillar. Would you like to do the same thing and just put your hand on it?
Yeah.
You put your hand on it. There's no noise which emanates, just a cold, wet slap of flesh on stone.
Ew.
Gross.
Okay.
Also,
So-
standing next to you is Serenep Cinderman, and you're also running between the moonlit footsteps of a giant squirrel while you do this, Winslow.
Okay.
But no worries to you. You're not
Okay.
touchable.
I'm gonna yell out to my friends and say, I touched the pillar on our side. It's kind of broken. It was on like the left side near the door. It made a weird humming sound, and my hand sort of glowed. I don't know what that means, but I also touched the one that's like further to the left. It didn't react at all. So maybe those pillars are what we have to do something with.
Perfect. And is that it for your turn? All your
Yeah.
object interactions? Perfect. In that case, Mira Marchand, prime target number one. What
okay,
would you like to do?
Well, I heard what Winsler said. I kind of want
You
to
did.
see in that case, because I'm near Great behind this, for me, crescent pillar. Or sorry,
Correct.
for me, broken for them crescent pillar.
Yes.
I wonder, because if the other one worked for Winsler, where it was an actual broken one, I wonder if the one that's broken would similarly work for me. So I'm going to maybe try to touch my hand to it. And what I might try to do, because it's a crescent moon on their side, is like try to cover it like the opposite way on mine. Because if these rooms are mirrors of each other, like try to do a 3/4 moon with my hand and see if that maybe does something.
Okay, you reach out with your hand, metal or snake, regardless, and the appropriate sound rings out through the entire chamber as you start making little hand gestures on it to try to mirror the moon, as it were. No note rings out and no glowing proceeds, Mira Marchand.
What if I cover it completely? Like I put my other hand to it.
Yeah, you cover this entire little moon emblem with the crescent moon emblem with both of your hands, and no sound rings out and no glowing proceeds.
Okay, well, I got nothing. I'm going to then turn over to my friends and be like, okay, mine didn't do anything. I guess that's still information. And I'm going to go and duck behind the pillar as well. And as a bonus action, I'm going to be like, okay, great. The two of us are going to be big targets. I would really, really like for you to not die. So just hang in there. And I'm going to give Great, as a bonus action, a D8 of Bardic Inspiration.
Perfect. Usable on any D20 roll, yes?
Yes.
Very interesting.
Inspo. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I do
Very
feel like it's a matching puzzle.
Winsler's over there standing between the
Like
giant
underneath
squirrel.
the fucking squirrel, like,
Serenep is like 2 feet away watching him just like nonchalantly.
Must be a matching puzzle.
must be like one of them fucking puzzles.
Must be
Whoa,
one of them
Winsler
circle
language.
gets the
Just like we
square
had back on
puzzles.
the farm.
That's right. The circle goes in the square.
Serenep Cinderman, what would you like to do for your turn? Actually, I'm gonna fucking cut you off and use a legendary action.
Oh
shit.
no!
It's going to
Shit.
use its ink. The tattoo uses its ink mist ability, and you see it turn. You, especially Serenep and Winsler, see it almost like explode, if that makes any sense.
Oh.
This like reverberation, Serenep, that you had been hearing, like this rumbling, not purring, not growling, not rumbling. It almost like sends like little waves across the liquid surface of the tattoo beast, and then it just all of a sudden ruptures into this very fine black mist.
What the fuck?
Winsler, this looks incredibly familiar to you, a student of conjuration and teleportation, particularly as the mist immediately fills the room, almost like very homogeneously, like a black rain almost, little shards of bone floating in the air in front of you before it rematerializes into a squirrely form, having teleported directly to behind that crescent pillar next to you, Mira Marchand and Great the Giant.
All right.
Great, it
What
teleports.
the heck?
So, Serenep Cinderman, nonetheless, what would you like to do for your turn?
Okay. Given what Winsler has just told us about what happened when he touched
Mm-hmm.
the broken pillar
Yes.
to our
Left.
Yeah.
to our left.
Yeah.
No. It would be to our right.
The pillar that
I'm
has
gonna-
fire on it, yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna move towards the broken pillar, but for Mira, the cloud pillar.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put my hand to that one.
You put your hand to that one, and you can give me a perception check.
Sure. Am I perceptive today?
I hope so. I damn well hope so.
too. I damn well hope so too. Oh, that's 17.
Okay. You feel there was that single note that rang out, very dull and low. You feel the faintest hint of that still almost reverberating through this pillar, but it does not make that sound, nor does your palm glow when you touch it.
Winsler, know how you were talking about like the sound and everything?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that's a possibility for the pillar, but like not right now, if that makes sense.
It's a great way of putting it.
All right.
It feels like it could do that.
I think I'll go and investigate the same pillar that I did before and see if there's anything that might happen when you're over there when I touch it. We'll try and figure this out as quick as we can because I don't like that thing can move like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not fun.
So
Okay.
is that it for your turn, Serenut Cinderman?
Yep.
You'll wait here and wait for further information from Winsler Wallaby.
I really can't do anything. It already knows I'm not here. So I'll do this.
Perfect. It is now the tattoo squirrel's turn.
Oh,
Mira
no.
and Great, you can both turn around almost in slow motion as this massive squirrel appears, rematerializes behind you. It will almost like thrust forward with one of its hands at Great, like towards his like stomach, almost as if it's going to like stuff its like claws into his tummy.
God.
Luckily, that is only a 12, so it does not hit.
Oh my god.
And the other one, as it misses, it like scrapes against the floor, Mira, and then it will hold out its left hand, and you see all those little shards of bone, Mira Marchand, that's like embedded in its inky surface, almost begin to float as if down a river, as if leaves in a river, down towards its left paw. And as it reaches the left paw, they like one by one dangle out of the palm until, and then almost form into like a very brutal looking little club made of
Oh
bone.
God. Okay.
And it's
Oh,
going
no.
to swat at you horizontally with that.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does indeed hit.
Perfect.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's not terrible damage. That is only going to be 14 bludgeoning damage as this club connects with you.
That's still a
Okay.
pretty decent chunk of damage.
Luke, I have 26 hit points. Me
Yes.
and Great are the only people this thing can hit.
Mhm.
Would you say it is fair that I feel very threatened right now by this
I
thing?
think that you feeling threatened is perfectly reasonable, Mira Marchand.
Would it be possible then, as a reaction for my snake arm, to attempt to lash out and attack this thing?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Go ahead and roll your
Plus
attack.
8. Let's see what happens. That's 23. That's a 15 plus 8.
Holy shit.
That's pretty decent. A 23 is satisfactory to hit.
Okay, that's a d6 plus 5 damage, and it will also have to make a con save.
Okay.
So that's going
A
to be...
very scary con save, if I recall.
That is 6 plus 5. Yeah, a 6 plus 5, so 11
max damage, let's go.
and
Damn.
con save. Please, DC 17.
Okay. It beat it with a 23.
That does beat it. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. And how much damage was it taking? Sorry?
11.
Okay. Perfect.
Snake attack.
And so as it whacks you with this very brutal, bony club, Mira, your left arm, you feel it like stretch out, and this serpent appears before you, no longer jet black as it always has appeared before, Mira.
Oh.
Now it is a resplendent, almost like iridescent red-blue, shining color. As you
Ooh.
reach out.
Oh, it's like a gummy worm.
It's like a gummy worm, yes. As it stretches out and bites this squirrel on its left arm.
Dang.
That's it for the squirrel's turn. Integrity Idleberry. What would you
Okay.
like to do?
Having seen Winsler touch the pillar,
Mhm.
everyone touching pillars,
Everyone's touching pillars.
I am going to run towards opposite to the door, like onto the frost pillar, which is broken on our
right by
side.
the entrance. Yes, okay. So you are next to like Serenep, essentially, at the frost pillar.
Yes. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
perfect.
touch that and see what
Okay.
happens.
You touch that pillar, you feel no sound resonating within it. You feel no glowing or see no glowing of your hand, and there is no resonant note that emits in the room.
Okay. Nothing happened there. Hey, Great.
What? He says as he dodges a squirrel trying to punch through his stomach.
Do you know like the order of the giants? Like what happens after fire?
After fire, it should be cloud.
After you die.
After I die, we're down here to figure this out. They always told in the like lullabies that it went stone, fire, cloud, frost.
Stone, fire, cloud,
Fire,
frost.
cloud, frost.
I knew it was stone. God damn it. Stone, fire.
I don't know why there's 6 pillars though.
2 of them are decoys.
Decoy.
But their powers combined.
So, Integrity Idleberry, is that how you'd like to finish your turn?
For now, yes.
Okay. In that case, it is Great's turn. Great the giant. Mira, you are next to him, like a bit heaped on the ground after being hit with that club. Your arm turned to snake, gummy snake, as it were. He is going to just try to fist fight this inky squirrel as he has no other weapons on him.
Buddy.
Oh boy.
oh.
Uh-oh.
So you see. Oh wow, that actually hits. Holy shit. You see
He's
him.
still in Bardic Inspiration also.
Oh shit, he does.
Fucking Dex the fucking shadow squirrel.
Okay. So this is what happens.
Yes.
You see him dodge this attack for his stomach, this jab. He sidesteps it, and he's just going to lace his fists or his hands together and crack this squirrel over the back of its head, dealing
Fuck yeah.
a nice 7 damage. And then you see him almost like heightened by that, like almost a false bravado. You see him start to swing. Mira, how does your bardic inspiration take effect to save this tragic event which is about to transpire of Great swinging and completely whiffing and smashing his hand into this pillar that you're both standing next to?
Oh, good question. I think that I've got my hand on my lyre,
Mhm.
and I think that as he is about to hit his hand on the pillar, I strum a note, and the sound wave almost pushes it
Mhm.
just slightly off to where the impact point was going to be.
Perfect. His arm pushed in the air by these sound waves connects firmly into this squirrel's back, dealing another nice 7 damage. So you guys are whittling it down.
Go, Great,
Bit-
go.
bit
You
by
got this,
bit.
buddy.
He looks.
You doing
He
Blueberry?
holds his hands up in front of his face, as if he's been in a fist fight ever in his life. Next, Winsler Wallaby. What would you like to do?
Okay. So he said that the order was stone, fire, cloud, frost. So
Correct.
the one that I touched before, the new moon, that's for
Mhm.
us, that we didn't give off any reaction.
Correct.
I want to go to the opposite of the room, to where
Okay.
the full moon pillar is.
Okay.
Because that's one we haven't touched yet.
Okay.
And I wanna touch it and see if it has any reaction.
Winsler, you scurry over to the full moon pillar. You slap that pillar. I don't know why I said it twice.
This bad boy can fit so many fucking mural paintings on it.
You see the beautiful full moons on its surface, carved nicely into the stone, and not a single illumination or reverberation from within.
Got it. So if it's not that,
Yes. You have no
It's the
further
door.
movement, but
that's what you think.
as you spent
He
it
hasn't
all
done the baseball slide yet.
sprinting across the room, slapping pillars.
Touching something, would you say is an action?
That's like your interact with object. Yeah, if you're gonna do it a second time, that would be your full action. That's how I've been letting you guys do 2 things, because
Okay.
we would be here for 9 hours otherwise.
I wonder, would Mage Hand work?
That's fascinating.
I am going to cast Mage Hand because I am tuckered out from running across the fucking the entirety of the room to touch this pillar. The other one we haven't touched yet is the crescent one, I think.
The crescent one that Great and Mira are hiding
Yes,
behind.
that specific pillar. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and
wait.
see if
Had Mira touched that? I think Mira
I think
did
Mira
touch that
touched
one.
it and nothing
Yeah.
happened.
did Mira touch that one?
So you guys have touched every single pillar now.
Yay, we win!
But Mira's not like actively touching it right now.
Not right now, no.
Because I feel like you need to be touching it for something to happen.
Teamwork.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
use Mage Hand and see if my magical hand has any interaction with that crescent pillar.
Mira, you're fighting for your fucking life over there. Great is punching, he's fucking throwing hands, and this doofy little mage hand like spider walks its way
This
over.
is fucking
in the
cartoon
air.
like gloved
Yeah.
hand.
It's like
And
the
just,
hand
like-
from Adam's Family.
Yeah, and just like boop, touches its index finger onto this pillar. Mira, you hear no note ring out. Winsler, you see no glowy. Mira, you see no glowy.
I don't know. I got nothing. I mean, I could go back and touch the fire one again, but none of these pillars are really reacting or anything.
Maybe we need to use teamwork and all be doing something at the same time. I don't know.
I think there's an order to this. So you say that you touched fire, right?
But
Winslow?
fire was the one that had the most reaction so far.
And then Serenepth, you touched cloud, but it did not like. You said that it's not ready for it.
Yes.
Okay, so fire, then cloud, then we'll take our turn. Okay.
What if we alternate between going between the kinds of giants and then the types of moon?
What if, okay, so when we first touched the door was the first thing that glowed for us. What if that's stone? What if that's stone and then you touched fire, but then you touched the wrong one so it wasn't ready yet? What if we have to do that
so
order?
Okay, we do stone, fire, cloud, frost. Cool. Okay, we got this.
As you all yell this across the room at each other, the inky squirrel screeches. It throws its head back. It is going to now use a legendary action and make a claw attack against Great, who just decked it a couple of times. And that's a natural 1. So it misses handily.
Loser.
Great dodges like a pro boxer underneath.
I love this universe with pro boxer great.
Up next, Mira Marchand. You have a snake
Okay.
arm still if you want.
Yeah.
And the capacity to do
If you
harm.
want the snake arm, you can have it.
What would
Okay.
you like to do?
So nothing's glowing right now. So the
Correct.
first step would be to touch the door again, I think.
If the
so am
door
I-
is still glowing and everything
Oh, the door is
fine.
still glowing. The
Yeah.
door is still glowing. Okay, so then it would be fire next. Can I get over
You
to
can
fire?
absolutely reach the fire pillar. It's right
Okay,
next to where you are.
Oh, perfect. In that case, with my right hand, I'm going to touch the fire door.
Sorry. Not right next to,
Oh.
like 10 feet away. You can easily scurry over there. I'll tell you, you will not be taking an opportunity attack.
Okay, poggers. I'm going to go over there.
You will definitely still be in the range of the squirrel if you run 10 feet away. You
right.
scramble to your feet and run that distance. You want to slap that pillar?
Yeah, I want to slap that pillar.
All right.
Slap that pillar.
You slap that pillar with either one of your hands, and a light emanates from where your hand makes contact, and a dull note rings out as if you've just smacked a tuning fork. What do you do now? This is what
Okay.
matters.
Okay. What do I do now? Well, I guess the next thing would be that one of my friends would have to touch Cloud. So I'm not going to touch any more pillars because we have to do it in the right order. In that case, maybe I just want to attack the squirrel while
Okay.
this is resonating.
Sure.
So a question about my snake arm. Typically, it's just been used as a reaction. It's like currently out right now. Does that mean that I can attack with it, or I don't? How does this work in your mind?
Yeah. If you want to attack with it, go ahead.
Okay, sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, it has
Okay.
a 15-foot range.
Okay, great. I
you
am
can-
going to just let it shoot out because this is a survival situation. This is what we gotta do. I will roll to
Absolutely.
attack.
And I will roll that. Well, you haven't hit yet. so-
Yeah. Let's see if I
Yeah,
hit first.
yeah,
D20
yeah.
plus 8.
Getting ahead of myself.
Oh, 13 plus 8, 21?
21 hits. 21 does hit.
Okay.
And that is a 19 on the saving throw.
All right. The squirrel saves.
The squirrel saves.
Oh my god.
How much damage is it taking from this
Oh,
little chomp? And where are you
D6
biting
plus
it?
5. I am biting it on the tail, the bushy, inky tail.
Ooh, which
Dang.
tail?
Oh, nice one.
Nice. Just like the root of them
just
all.
the nearest.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
The
Yeah. Oh,
root of-
so rude.
The root of all malice lies in this bushy tails of a squirrel.
And it's gonna take
The
8
9
damage.
of them.
8 damage. Perfect. Okay. This is going spectacularly. All right. Up next is going to be Serenep the Cinderman. You are standing next to the cloud pillar. What would you like to do?
I don't think I really took my hand off of it.
Okay.
Has nothing happened yet?
So
or is it just I have to
in
like
the event that yeah, you take your hand off, you're like fucking work, asshole, and you
like
slap
smacking the top of a TV?
you
just
slap the
You're just
pillar
like
again.
slapping it over and over again.
Work, damn it.
Work.
No, yeah, like I kind of like, oh, maybe okay,
Yeah.
that one has now activated,
Yeah.
and I have to take my hand off again,
You
and then
slap your
now we
hand
go.
onto it, and your palm emits a glowing from around its edges, and you hear a heightened, mimicked note of "blah" that like resonates with the
Blah.
other note in the room. The cloud pillar seems to have been activated.
Sick.
Yes.
Mira, the cloud pillar is ready.
It's ready.
I don't know what else to say about it. Like, come
Mira,
over and smack
Mira,
it.
once again, you're fighting for your life over there. Your snake arms like your snake arm like yo-yos back to you from where it was biting onto the squirrel. Your friends are yelling at you meaningless
Like
dribble.
a fucking ping pong paddle, like bing, bing, bing,
So
bing.
funny.
Perfect. In that case, is that everything you do for your action, Sarah Cinnamon?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, perfect. In that case, it is the tattoo's turn.
No.
The tattoo is going to swipe at Great with one hand, its right hand, non-club wielding hand, which lands easily.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I don't know if this will help. This may do nothing, but I'm gonna do it nonetheless.
Okay.
As I'm going to be strumming, as it's going to swipe at Great.
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, don't come anywhere near him. Don't even try it. And I'm going to cast Silvery Barbs.
Oh
so,
shit.
Oh shit. Oh
So two things are gonna happen. You have to re-roll and take the
Okay.
lower one. And the second one is that I get to give a friend advantage on a roll. I think it's a roll in the next minute, but I might have to double check that. And I'm going to give that advantage to
Perfect.
Integrity Idleberry.
So I re-rolled. The original roll
Okay.
was a 10. This roll is a 19.
Oops.
So
Okay.
either one of those hits firmly.
Still hits, but Integrity gets her
But
advantage.
Integrity gets advantage. And Great is going to. Oh, Jesus. So,
Oh,
Mira,
Die.
you see Great. He's dodging and weaving. You see a small smirk across his face as he's like,
Oh
you
shit.
can almost hear the thought out
Oh.
loud, I'm doing great. And he puts his
Buddy.
head up just a foot too far, and a large slice through his cheek as the claws lacerate him badly and fling him down onto the floor in an unconscious heap. You all feel the ground shake beneath you as his body falls to the ground. Great has nothing. 0.
Has nothing.
Unconscious to
You
your eye.
lose.
Oh.
Good day, sir.
And the next attack, Mir Marchand, the squirrel is going to wobble its way through these pillars, weaving like an agility, one of those agility sections of a dog running course, and going to try to whomp you over the head like a whack-a-mole with this club it has.
I can do nothing about that. My reaction has been used.
Perfect. Does a 26 hit?
And 26 does hit. I also have 26 hit points, coincidentally.
Oh, wow!
Oh no.
I hope that
shit.
doesn't become relevant. Oh, yeah,
Huh.
never mind. I was wrong about the bonus, but I think it still hits.
My AC is a 13, so it's almost certainly gonna
Okay.
fucking hit.
Okay. So a 24 does still hit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's 12 bludgeoning damage. As it
Okay.
cracks you over like the back and sends you into the ground. You can stand up quickly and recover from that. The squirrel now is positioned like almost right above you. Like it could just like either pick you up or like lie down on you and crush you to death, either which way. And you hear that same rumbling coming from within it, and like that undulation on its surface, like a stormy pond almost. Up next, though, is Integrity Idleberry. You are standing next to, if I recall, the Frost Pillar. What would you like to do?
Considering that the frost is the next part of the order,
Yes.
I am going to excitedly jump on it and hug it.
Oh my god.
Integrity Idleberry jumps onto this pillar. You grab as far around it as possible and hold yourself onto the bricks for extra support. And you see all where Integrity's body contacts this pillar, it begins to glow brightly as if moonlight is emanating from it, and a increasingly loud boom noise rings out in this room. Seemingly, you have activated the Frost Pillar.
Hey, stinky squirrel. I know what you do at night, and it's not
What?
good. I'm going to taunt it.
Okay.
Why are you drawing it towards you?
Make
You're at the pillar.
a performance check for me.
Well, it's about to friggin' kill Mira, and I know that it won't hurt me, so... I got a 14. 12 plus
Okay. Actually, you're the owner of this tattoo. Can you roll with advantage?
Oh.
2. The advantage that I got from Mira, can it be used like any time, or can it be used
It can be
later?
used in the next minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I double checked. Yeah.
So you can
Any
hold
attack
onto
roll,
it if
ability
you
check,
like.
or saving
Yeah.
throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
This is free
16 this
advantage.
time. 14
Okay,
plus 2.
16. The squirrel looks down at you, Mira. It's raising the club like it's going to absolutely annihilate you the next moment it can move. And and as Integrity says this out loud at the squirrel, it like almost like looks under its armpit, almost cracking its neck like 180 degrees unnaturally, and looks straight back at you, Integrity, with malice in its inky eyes. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Okay. The squirrel, you see, does this thing once more. The rumbling erupts, the mist flies out throughout the room, and it rematerializes right next to you, Integrity Idleberry. And its face is within inches of your own. It's still wielding that club, holding it high in the sky. But you're a hologram, so you probably don't have anything to worry about, right?
You make it
Up
sound
next
like
is
it
going
should.
to be Winsler Wallaby, the only person currently not slapping or holding on to a pillar. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, clearly the door hasn't opened, so
Correct.
Fire, Cloud, Frost. We don't know what the next part is.
Yeah, you're looking
We
for
have-
stone, and you have 3 unknowns.
Oh, we need stone. Okay. So there's 3 unknown ones that we don't know.
Correct.
Trying to think. The new moon didn't react, the full moon didn't react, and the crescent moon didn't react.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Do we lead up to a full moon or a new moon based on the phases that we've already touched in the corresponding giants thing?
The 3 that
Just-
you've touched already don't have any moon associated with them.
They don't.
Mhm.
The door was a half moon,
Correct.
so the crescent one. I have a feeling that none of the ones that we've touched are like. I feel like one of them has to be another crescent. Like,
Okay.
Is that...
one, like, I don't know, waning or waxing or something.
I wonder if there's anything in the fountain.
There is like a little fountain or pool in the center of the room that is devoid of dirty water, Winsler. It has beautiful carvings on the inside. Mira saw them.
I could look in there and see what that looks like.
Sure, you
Because
run
I feel like
over.
if we get something wrong, the thing's gonna reset.
Give me on, the hint pool. What to use
Hint
with the
pool.
hint pool? You can make for me, and this is up to you. You can make for me let me check what I've written here. You can make either a nature, history, or arcane check, skill check, looking into this pool to decipher any clues it might have for you.
Okay, I'll do history, because
Okay.
I don't feel like there's anything magic
And
associated
what
with this.
do you want from it? Just
I
to
want to
know.
see,
Mhm.
like, specifically, is there, in the mural, are there giants in the mural that are associated with a particular phase of the moon?
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So let's have a roll. That sucks. That fucking sucks. That really fucking sucks. So that's a 17.
Oh, well, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
I rolled a 9, and then I'm like, oh, I have a +8 to history.
Piece
So
of shit. Okay,
Oh,
with
that's so bad.
yeah,
it is.
terrible.
It feels so bad. If it's not a 10, I suck.
Winslow, with a history check, you, what class would you have learned this in? Probably arcane history last semester.
Probably. We probably had a very small section on giant
giant,
history and
yes.
stuff, but we didn't really go much into it.
What is the most poignant section of the giant curriculum that involved, what's a historic event that involves stone giants that you learned about?
Let's see. So as far as I'm aware in the class, stone giants were like a cave dwelling type giant. They primarily lived underground and stuff. So I feel like they would come out to celebrate the moon, and so there was like a specific event that happened.
Okay.
So
you look down into this. You in your brain are like, give me festival, give me moon festival. Come on, give me moon festival.
Come
You run
on,
over to
let's
this
roll
pool,
it. Let's roll the bingo
and
machine.
You run
Pull the
over
dice
to
out of
it,
nowhere.
and there are 6 phases of the moon here, drawn or sculpted into the bottom of this pool, corresponding to each of the ones you've seen here. 2 quarters, 2 crescents, a full, and a new. And within each of those moon sculptures, it seems as though some event is carved onto the surface of the moon, right? On the crescent moon, there's 2 crescent moons. One of them you see there is a carving of a terrible storm, or not a terrible storm, like a tornado or such. On the other one you see carved is a beautiful festival kind of little thing. So stone giants and cloud giants are the ones associated with crescent moons.
Okay. So in that case, Windsor would make the connection that the cloud pillar that is currently being touched by Sereneph would be a crescent pillar.
Correct.
But it's currently broken. So I would associate that with that. So the other crescent has to be the stone. So putting the puzzle pieces together, Windsor's going to run up and quickly touch the other crescent pillar. Magnificent solve, Winslow Wallaby. You run over, slap that pillar, little fleshy slap sound resonates. Why is he so why are you accentuating Windsor's fleshy slaps against these pillars? It's so fucking strange.
You're just reminding us that you're made of flesh.
It's like you're slapping a fish against a
fish guy.
And as you do, your hand glows and the final resonant note rings out. These 4 pillars, the fire, cloud, frost, and stone pillars, glow completely and brightly with moonlight. In both of your versions of this room, any brokenness to them is fixed. So, Winslow, you're standing at the crescent and stone pillar. Mira, you're standing at the quarter and fire pillar. Serenep, you're standing at the cloud and crescent pillar. And Integrity, you are hugging the frost and quarter pillar. The other thing that immediately happens is you all become material. You all see Mira Marchand stop being a little moon hologram, and Mira, you looking at all your other friends, immediately notice that they are physically real now, and you are all located in Mira Marchand's room, the room that originally was there.
Oh my gosh, I'm a real boy now.
Congratulations, Winslow.
Nice.
Integrity gulps.
You see the half moon door. The other side of it glows brightly, and a full moon now glows upon it. And you see it not open, but stretch into the wall away from you all, almost like something standing on a trampoline causes it to stretch, if you know what I'm talking about. That's the visual of this door kind of stretching into this wall. It never opens, but it does stretch far, far into the wall. And from that door, you hear that note being played, that deep, dull sound. You've solved the moon puzzle.
We did it. It only took a little bit, but we did it.
The squirrel will now take a legendary action.
Of course.
And
as you do.
Wall up Integrity Idleberry with its club.
Bonk.
as she has now fully become real. Does a 27 hit you?
Oh,
What?
absolutely it does. Whatever happens, though, I know what's coming for me because I know that I taunted it. So I
Okay.
am going to do an uncanny dodge.
What does that mean?
It was calculated.
What does an uncanny dodge do?
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use a
You can see her.
reaction to have the attack's damage against
Perfect.
you.
Perfect. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, in that case, it would have been 11 damage. Please take 5
5?
damage instead. Yeah. Bludgeoning damage as it removes you from the pillar. Not quite completely. It hits you, and you use your legs and push yourself off of the pillar and do a cool backwards roll across this stone, landing just inches before you fall fully into that pool of water behind you. You look super cool doing it, but you did still get hit. Mira Marchand, it's your turn. What would you like to
I
do?
would-
The wall, the doorway stretches out behind you.
Yep. How far away am I from Great?
Like 30 feet.
Okay. I am going to super simple run over. I would like to cast Cure Wounds on
Perfect.
Great.
Go ahead and roll for your heal, not for your
Okay,
damage.
That's a D8 plus 5.
How much more do you
Great
take
is
from
going
him?
to recover 4 plus 5, 9 damage.
Okay. You
Or 9 hit points, I guess, would be
Yes.
a nicer way.
you lay a hand upon him, and you see the deep lacerations in his cheek where all of those squirrel claws slashed through his little meaty flesh. They stitch together unnaturally, immediately causing scarring, and his eyes open, a bit bloodshot, and he'll look up at you, looking rattled, and sit up, and will say, "You're saving me so much today."
Don't mention it. Like, really, we gotta...
And that's it for your turn, Mira Marchand.
That's it for my turn, yes.
Perfect. Up next is Serenepth Cinderman. You are across the room from the stretching out doorway and near 10 feet away from the giant
Okay.
squirrel. What would you like to do?
Because we are now corporeal once
Yes.
again, I would like to try and
Blast that squirrel.
I was gonna say maybe make it less useful in fighting by casting
Oh.
polymorph on it.
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
All right.
Mm.
What would you like to try to polymorph it into?
A little
I don't know, it's
baby.
challenge rating. So I think what I want to try and do is I want to whatever form I make it into, it doesn't have appendages.
Okay.
Like a giant like caterpillar or
Marshmallow.
something. Like
a
it can't
worm.
hit
big
people
worm.
anymore. It can't claw people.
Yeah. A big caterpillar in that case. Okay. Like
Yeah.
the one the size of like
A Remoraz?
No.
I'm
Great.
imagining a caterpillar the size of like a
A horse.
No, goodness gracious. Like the
Well,
size
how-
of
wait,
a
how-
couple of golden retrievers.
Yeah, like I don't think the squirrel
Yeah.
is that big right now, is it? Like
It's like 25 feet tall.
It's big.
It's
It's
pretty
pretty-
massive.
Okay.
Yes.
so yeah,
so-
like I want to like because like I see it like the claw damage and I see the club in
Mhm.
its hand and I'm like,
Mhm,
okay,
mhm.
you're not gonna have that anymore. And I like poof.
Perfect. All right. What is your saving throw? Or what do I have to beat? Ooh.
You
and
have to
What is the save? Like what skill?
saving is wisdom and
Okay.
you have to beat a 16.
It beat us with a 25.
Shit.
I apologize so severely.
Dang.
You see that its arms start to like almost be pulled into it, and it starts to gain a rotundish, circular, like a noodly kind of form of a caterpillar until it like shakes out of that Serenepth and it manages to float out of the effect of your spell. You smell the scent in your head or in your nose of little caterpillary scents. Whatever caterpillars smell like to you, Serenepth, that
I
smell
imagine, like,
association is in the air
it's like-
now.
Bug.
Like kind of damp and like a lot of
Mhm.
earthy scent.
Okay.
Like
You all smell an earthy kind of damp scent emanate through the room, that evoking caterpillars. But the spell, unfortunately fails. Do you want to run, or are you going to like stay here or do something? The door stretches out.
it's currently trying to attack integrity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of near the middle of the room. I think I want to try and get as many people like corralled into the new hallway as possible.
Okay. Mhm.
So I think I'm going to start moving towards around the other side of
Absolutely.
the fountain in the center towards Mira and Great.
Okay, perfect. So you kind of like go around the far side of this fountain, avoiding the like possible attack range of this large squirrel, and run over to where Great and Mira are kind of huddled. This is also conveniently, I think, right next to where Winsler is too.
True.
Happening right around
I'm here too.
at the stone/crescent pillar. That brings us
Okay.
to the squirrel's turn.
Oh no.
Integrity Idleberry, you are in a cool hero pose after having evaded this thing's attack. It will look at you, and with such malice in its eyes, for you, its flesh prison, is going to drop down on all fours and open its mouth, and from that emit a brilliant beam of moonlight. I need you to
Oh
make a
my God.
dexterity saving throw to avoid getting caught in this moonlight beam.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, please.
Good thing
You
I'm
should be good at-
great at
Yeah,
that.
you should be good at those.
And you have advantage.
And
if
you have
want.
advantage.
Okay. Let me just do the advantage. I'm gonna take the advantage, please, because I did
Okay.
not roll. Ooh. Thank you to Mira that I got a 25.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That is satisfactory to avoid the full damage here. You will still be taking half, though. And let me just finish rolling this up.
So that's a 12, eh? Because that's a 20. Oh, wait, no. I'm a dummy. That was my roll.
You haven't rolled damage yet.
You don't roll the damage. What are you doing?
My brain is dying. Hit me with your best shot, baby.
So that's going to be 35 damage in full. Halved would be what? 15 plus
17?
2? 17 damage.
17.
17 radiant damage as this moonlight blasts through you. Serenep, you look back at that and you see like all three of you rather look over at that massive beam. It makes like a blur sound, gleaming. It's so bright. And you see like the shadow cast by Integrity in the center of the moonbeam as she like ducks out of the way before it gets too bright to bear. You see also on the far side of the wall a hole burnt there where the moonbeam blasted into.
Holy
That's
shit.
going to be it for the squirrel's turn. It's now Integrity Idleberry's turn. What do you want to do?
How far is the squirrel?
The squirrel is 15 feet in front of you.
Ugh. Okay. I'm going to cast a spell towards this squirrel.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, hang on.
Of course. The squirrel gives you time.
Squirrel like sits back on his butt and just kind of sits there waiting.
Pulls out from its tummy a big tea set and begins brewing itself some tea to wait.
It might be trying to kill us, but it's nothing if not sporting.
Of course.
All of us join in on the tea party. The impromptu tea party.
Are we allowed to make like your mama jokes?
Yes.
my
I mean,
God.
technically you're its mom,
You're its mama.
so...
No, there's a rule against it.
Are we allowed to make yo mama jokes?
Your mama's so stinky. The garbage truck.
That's a thing in this world? Sure. The garbage cart.
Well, yeah, because remember, Serenep had to hide in a dumpster once after a
True.
concert. Had to
You
be
need a dumpster
dumpster.
to go to a concert.
Hey, squirrel. Your mama's so stinky. The garbage
Cart.
cart thought that it was garbage. And I'm going to cast
Tasha's hideous laughter.
Tasha's hideous laughter. And Integrity's laughing at this because she's like, this is so stupid, but like, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh at this joke.
Is this a wisdom saving throw?
It's a wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Integrity, were you thrown into a garbage cart at some point in your life? What happened?
You gotta meet a 16.
Okay. I got a 17. Does that do it?
Oh.
Damn.
Then
Oh,
Oh, you bastard. You, no, don't do this.
I'm gonna use my cutting words in that case and
Perfect.
be like, yeah, you're really stinky too.
Okay.
And it's gonna have to subtract a d8 from that roll. If it rolls a 1, then it still beats
If it
it.
rolls
But
a-
if it rolls a 2,
Yeah,
then
correct.
it
yes,
doesn't beat
correct.
it.
Yes.
yeah.
Roll greater than 1, please. Don't
Me?
actually.
Or
Yes,
who?
please. No, you.
Oh,
you,
me?
Please. Yes,
Me?
you.
Okay.
You.
Okay. Fuck me!
Are you
Really?
serious? Are you serious? You jinxed
no.
yourself. with that
Mira,
one.
I did.
Mira, do you do like the equivalent of like a loot, like, but to like Integrity's fucking joke?
Definitely,
That just
definitely.
does not, it does not
How
do
the
well
fuck
with.
do you do that with a
It
focus
only
troops.
works with percussion.
Yeah. The squirrel, its back or its tails raise up aggressively into a large 9-tailed fan. It does not find you funny, Integrity.
Okay. And I'm also then going to take a bonus action to dash towards
Okay.
the like use my
The door?
movement
Mhm.
and use my dash.
Okay.
To move
If you
towards
don't
the door.
disengage, it will get an opportunity attack as you exit its range.
Okay, never mind. Then I'm gonna disengage and I'm going
Okay.
to run away from it as far as I could.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to yell at my friends and be like, "Just run! Let's just leave!"
Okay. Are you going to run towards the stretched out door hall thing? Or are you going to...
I want to run towards the door because I want to see what happens there.
Okay, perfect. Integrity Idleberry, you do like a cool back step out of the squirrel's range as it raises its hackles, its inky hackles at you, and then immediately spin on your heel and sprint as fast as you possibly can towards this stretching out hallway. As you cross the threshold of where the door was, you feel your feet leave the ground and you feel yourself float forwards into the air. And you all see Integrity kind of like also visually kind of stretch out almost as if she's touching the door, but also as if she's still standing here in this room. It's quite a strange little optical illusion. That being said, Great the Giant will stand and will say, "No use waiting around to die," and sprint over as well towards this stretched out hallway. You see the same exact thing happen with him. His massive body, almost like his feet stay in this room, and then the entire torso stretches out to reach this door at the far end. Integrity, you here can turn as you're floating and see like 10 feet backwards, the full room. You don't feel stretched out, to be clear. It's just an
Okay.
optical illusion kind of thing. You also see Great floating next to you. Up next is going to be Winslow Wallaby. What do you
Very
want to do?
interesting things happening with that door.
Yes. Yes.
Considering that we're all of the mindset that we should fucking leave.
Yep.
I'm going to move towards the door, but before I enter said
Mhm.
door, just for shits and giggles, is there like a loose like brick or something in this
There
room?
is rubble from where the squirrel blasted the wall with its moonbeam. Yeah. Big
All
old
right,
chunks of stone and small chunks of stone as well.
I'm gonna use a big chunk of stone and cast catapult on it at 4th level.
Holy shit.
So
Okay.
it needs to make a dex save.
That is going to be a 20. Not natural.
All right.
Does that succeed?
Well, the stone misses entirely.
Perfectly. It smashes into the far wall. And then do you want to go towards the door?
Embarrassingly, I will just like
Perfect.
bye and just enter the door.
Winslow, you begin floating, and the rest of you see Winslow stretch out. He looks normal proportioned now. He looks like a 6 foot
I
tall.
look like a weird elf.
He's a 6 foot elf now. But Winslow, you perceive just floating in space towards this doorway. Up next is going to be legendary action for the squirrel. It is going to hobble over towards you, Mira Marchand, and you, Serenep Cinderman.
Oh,
Mira, it's going to try to hit you with the claws.
that's fair.
24 hits.
Yeah, I have 14 hit points, so
Okay. I wish you good fortunes.
thanks.
Shit.
That's going to be 11. Oh, wait. No, sorry. It's just 10. That's 10 slashing damage.
Okay, I can't use my reaction or anything because I already did that. So 4
Okay.
hit points for me.
You get slashed from hip to shoulder. Not bleeding that badly, but it fucking hurt.
Yeah.
An inch more, and you feel like it would have gotten through all of your skin and into your
Well, it does have another
guts.
attack, doesn't it?
It does, but it's gonna smash Sharon up with its club.
Yay.
Oh, That's disappointing. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Damn it. I think that's his first attack that's... No, it's second attack that's missed. Dang it.
Good.
Okay. And that's it for its legendary attack. Up next is Mira Marchand. You've just been cut badly by a squirrel. What do you want to do?
For my action, I would like to disengage, and for my movement, I would like to move.
Perfect. You run over to this doorway after doing a cool little backstep maneuver, and feel yourself begin to float. Serenep, she stretches out. You see all your friends stretched out like little pastries who've been rolled very far. It is now your turn. What do you want to do?
I am going to get to the entrance of the door, and I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
On the
squirrel.
On the pillar next to the squirrel.
As if to damage the pillar.
To knock it. And it's 3 hits, so I'm hoping that's enough to knock it over.
You jump backwards through the doorway first and then shoot these off. I wanted to say something before I jump in. You can say something cool though. I just don't want to get in a case where you break the pillar and then you're trapped in this room and get murdered. So what do you say as you jump backwards and shoot these cool rays? Or hot rays, but...
Blue Skidoo we can do.
Okay. Blue Skidoo me too. Sure. You shoot this pillar. You have to hit a 10 to hit the pillars. So go ahead and roll your 3 attacks.
Okay.
7,
Imagine
8,
if I just miss.
Imagine.
That would suck. Okay. 14.
Okay, that hits.
19.
That hits.
And 15.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage for all 3 of those, because there's a very real possibility of smashing this pillar to little shards.
Well, I would hope. That's all I can hope for.
That's all you can ask for.
Okay, so it's 2d6 times 3.
Yes.
So that is 9 in total for the first one.
Okay.
8 for the second.
So we're at a grand total of 17 here.
And 8 for the third.
Okay, perfect. 25. That's exactly what I had in mind. Yes. So, Serenep, you hit it at the base, at the top, and in the direct center, and you see these massive shards of pillar begin to almost fall off, like a snake shedding its skin, let's say, as this pillar crumbles under the immense power of your fire magic. And you hear a grinding sound as the kind of image of this squirrel standing in this room completely disappears. And now the 5 of you, all of you students and Great the Giant, are floating in this weird space. You can't see anything behind you. It's just a void. You don't see a stone wall that was there. It's just dark void of nothingness, pure black behind you. And then as you all
here again.
Are floating, you look towards that door, and you see it had a full moon on it, and then it very quickly flashes through a crescent moon, a quarter moon, the other side, the other crescent
gibbous.
moon,
gibbous,
and new moon, and then full moon. It keeps flashing through all these symbols of the moon. You might even see a symbol of fire, a symbol of frost. A lightning bolt flashes across it for just a moment. A large boulder, a small mound-like hill, and of course,
a pile of dirt.
A big cloud. And after that cloud, the surface of the door far in front of you, almost like 25 feet in front of you, seems to go smooth and is replaced by a single harsh-looking glyph. 3 of you cannot read this. 2 of you can, 1 because Great speaks Giant, and 2 because Integrity Idleberry, you have eyes of the Rune Keeper and can read any language, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Integrity Idleberry, you see that the glyph on this door reads honored. 1 word.
Honored.
And you're all just floating here. Let's take a moment. Describe how your character floats, please, so that we might all imagine it.
Mira is bleeding a little bit, but have you ever seen those videos of astronauts like trying to drink water in space or like playing with water in space?
It just globs
there's just like little globs of blood just kind of floating with her. They almost look like magical girl petals in a cute way if it wasn't so representative of imminent death.
Is your gummy worm snake arm still out and about?
Yeah, but it's kind of limp and like.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's still It still has that iridescence to it, that red, orangey, bluey iridescence, Mira. But it's a bit wobbly and wibbly in this floating space. How are the rest of you floating?
I'm kind of imagining, you know how like in some TV shows where they introduce a character that can float, they're like leaning back,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she's kind of taking that position, like where like
Almost
it looks like they
reclined.
would be like
Yeah.
reclined, and like because she doesn't really know how to move in this space, she's just like, this is the most comfortable I can feel
Absolutely.
in this,
Feet
and like
first.
looking around,
Yep.
and like
Perfect.
hair, and like
The short hair kind
all
of like on end.
like floating,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like the hood of like her like jacket, like, but everything else on her is not really flowy, so the rest of her just kind of looks like it's just
Okay,
just
static.
in place.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Winsler or Integrity, how do you float?
Winsler is floating as if somebody is unable to really fully stop their momentum. So he's consistently sort of like floating with like his limbs all outstretched, sort of like
You're
he's like floating forward and like sideways, and he's sort of like weirdly spinning, and when he tries to adjust himself, he's like tries to swim, and it doesn't help.
Perfect. Okay. And Integrity Idleberry?
Integrity tried to make attempts at swimming towards the door, so I would assume that she's sort of like a frog with like her arm,
like breaststroking towards the door.
yeah, but like not really
Yeah.
moving is my guess.
Okay, perfect. You see Great flailing as well, and then after a couple of moments just kind of resigns himself to being laid on his back, looking up at the doorway. It says, though, to get back to business, it says honored in a giant rune upon it, and seems to be 25 feet away in this silvery, purpley space that has stretched out. You seem to be in a place between places. The only real material thing in front of you is that door, and not the wall, just the door itself.
Anybody know where we are right now?
No.
It kind of feels like when we went through the thing in Nebulosis, but like
It does.
there's no destination right now.
I mean, there was also kind of like a weird floor that we could kind of walk on. This
There
is
is
just kind of, we're like
yeah.
floating in like weird empty space.
Mm-hmm.
We're not dying, are we?
Am I
I
dead?
don't think so.
I can breathe.
Great,
Would you be able to breathe if you were dead?
Great checks grabs his neck and is like checking his like pulse and like feels at his chest to feel his beating heart, and he goes, I still feel living this time.
Great.
What?
What is honor in for giants? I just because like I'm reading.
On the door,
Yeah.
right? Honored, like someone who is exalted, something of respect, honored, the same thing it means in common.
So wait, were we honored, or do we have to go there to be?
Well, we beat that
honored?
that puzzle thing, so maybe that's some kind of test.
Test for what?
Winsler and Integrity, you two have the highest intelligence.
Yes.
Yes.
With
Yes,
18s
yes, we
between
do.
the two of you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
We are also the we are also the worst pairing in terms of like ideas, though.
Dumb as fuck. Can you both give me Arcana checks? Because I think
Sure.
you might be the first two to catch on to what this is. As it flows
no.
over your body.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, good. I got a 13, so at least one
Okay.
of us is kind of smart right now.
So I got 24.
Integrity, you're trying to breaststroke your way towards this door, or even towards your other friends hanging here in this like almost suspended by nothingness in 0G, and it crosses over your mind in an instant when you think like, man, I wish I could just move over there. It would be so much easier. And your body immediately begins to locomote that direction in whatever way you want. The moment you think you want to go that way, instead of physically moving, you're able to move.
I'm moving.
You see her zip around very quickly.
How are you doing that?
Think about it.
Okay, I'm thinking about how you're doing that.
okay.
No,
Are you going to explain?
Think about
I-
moving.
Serenep is going to take that completely the wrong way, and she's going to try and move herself using some wind magic.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Like she doesn't like, oh no, think about
Yeah.
moving. It's like, oh, okay, how would we move in this space?
Yeah.
Wind magic. And so she tries to use like rare frost, but element of wind
yeah,
to like push
transmuting.
herself, like repel.
You see Sarah just start to spin around rapidly in place, like that one Wall-E scene where he's using the fire extinguisher, just spinning, but not propelling him like herself forwards, just spinning in place.
Like her finger was slightly off at the
Yeah.
angle, so then it started like pushing, and then
Yeah.
now she's doing this.
But Mira, you're able to move if you'd like. Winsler, you
Sure,
can
I'll
also
think
listen
about
to this.
moving.
You guys can think about moving if you'd like,
Ugh.
and move with ease. Serenep, as soon as you see the others, maybe you stop, or maybe you just really resolve yourself.
Like literally the second that like
Mhm.
she starts spinning too fast, she like stops the cast, but she still has to slow down in momentum in this
Yes.
weird void because she
Yes,
doesn't know what
yes,
to do
yes.
yet.
Perfect.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
I look like a
God.
dragonfly.
Integrity holds out her arms like a dragonfly.
This is gonna take some getting used to.
So for your guys' reference, I don't assume movement speed will come up other than for flavor in this moment because you've dealt with the squirrel threat. Your movement speed is 3 times your intelligence score.
Okay.
So for Integrity and Winsler, 3 times 18. For Mira, 3 times 10, if I recall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo,
and-
54 feet
That's
of
my movement speed anyway.
Okay. And then for
Okay.
Serenep, 3 times 14, if I recall properly.
Okay.
And Greats is also dismal.
Okay, I didn't do that right. Oh, I'm so dizzy now. So think about moving, but not
Mhm.
magic.
But also
Like
magic.
she starts like she kind of like pushes herself, and she starts like
Yeah.
she imagined like she's walking on the floor.
Yeah.
and she starts like
easily walk on nothingness forwards through
Yeah.
space. It's a bit freaky,
Oh.
but the mind is powerful. What would you all like to do? That door is 25 feet away.
Well, it seems like our only option is to go over to it.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing else in this void.
It's true. You're very correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to float over to the door.
Mira Marchand, like a cool astronaut, you float over towards the
Like
door.
Leia in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Or not the other one.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
follow suit. It's like we're in Fairytopia. We're just like flying as a like we're
Fairytopia.
flying.
they're flying. I'm walking on
Yeah.
nothing, but it looks like I'm walking on the floor, just like towards the door.
I am just spinning.
As you, Mira, approach the door, you get right up close to it, almost within touching distance, and then you see the rune on the front of it change, and it stretches 25 feet away.
Oh.
Hey,
But around you, your environment does change. It goes from
Ooh.
like this nothing void to a fairly familiar sight. A might be unwelcome sight for some of you or all of you.
oh dear.
You see around you massive trees, writhing vines on the ground. The trees are green with their bark, their leaves up top silvery and purple.
Oh no.
You see the very familiar sight of
How the fuck?
Isithil, the plain of Isithil.
Oh no.
It
Wow.
was Isithil all along.
You still see 25 feet in front of you that doorway, and you are still floating, a phenomenon which none of you have experienced in Isithil. So it might be an illusion of some sort. You're uncertain. But very key, you see a distinct structure off in the distance. This does not seem like anywhere in Isithil you've ever been. It is brightly colored, unlike the last time you were in this plane, so you're not sure if this is a present vision of the plane itself or some recollection, a memory of something. But you see off in the multicolored bushes and trees a almost decrepit old stone temple. The stone is made of dark red brick, and the open doorway seems inviting. You hear a clicking of trees emanating from within it. But there is still that doorway with a cool rune at the end. And I think, actually, as that clicking really fills your guys' heads, that's where we're gonna call this episode.
What the fuck
Where
is
are we?
happening?
So you can ruminate on that one as you float around, but seemingly are in Isithil. Sarah, can you give us an outro?
Sure. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Trials and Trebuchets. If you did, it would mean so much if you were to leave us a rating or a review on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher app you use. We read everyone. We do not pay to advertise, and so these things, they mean the world to us. Also, just tell a friend if you would like. If you would like to see, for example, maps, teasers, fan art, and other exclusive content, you can check us out on Instagram or Twitter at Trials and Trebs. And if you would like to chat with us and other listeners, we also have a Discord server. If you're interested in joining that, you can find the link in our episode descriptions. Finally, for those of you who want to be a little bit extra generous and give us that special support, we've got 2 options for you.
Yes.
The first is Patreon. That is going to be patreon.com/trialsandtrebs. Really helps us do things like afford our hosting fees, pay some of us for all of this, keep the lights on, basically everything that allows us to keep this podcast how it is.
Yeah.
And if you join our Patreon, you can get such wonderful rewards as getting to listen to blooper reels, making your own NPC to be brought into the podcast, seeing DM notes, and getting to vote on bonus episodes and see them early, and many such things. However, we have one final thing for you.
So serious.
I don't know,
However,
no, this is not a laughing matter. I want all of you to understand that this is very important. This is not a joke. We got merch! We got stickers! We got t-shirts! Trebmerch.com!
Trebmerch.com?
Trebmerch.com!
This
Almost
is
makes you-
real, actually?
Yeah.
For real.
That
Oh my
caused-
god.
That gives
I
me
thought
so
it was a
much
myth.
dread.
Anyways, there's t-shirts over there and stickers. Thank you, Sarah, for that wonderful outro. Thank you, everyone, for listening this week. Tune in next week for the episode.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. Stay not sweaty.